Hello.
I think we're muted now. No.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Thirsty Thursday webinar. I'm Nicole Harris, President of the National Glass Association. I appreciate you taking the time to learn what the NGA has been working on since our two glass associations combined 9 months ago. I can see attendees continuing to join, so I am going to start with a question. And here's the question. When was the moment you realized you had to do something differently? It's a big question, I know. So I'll start off by sharing one of my moments of clarity. In January 2008, we at the NGA knew we had to do many things differently. Stating the obvious, a trade association mirrors the industry it serves in good times and hard times. So what about you? What is a more recent example or moment that comes to mind? All right, we're going to get started. Not sure if everyone's seeing those little pop-ups on my desktop here, but if so, just disregard. We're going to get started, and we're going to fast forward 1 decade to 2018. So welcome once more to our Thirsty Thursday webinar. In February 2018, the National Glass Association and the Glass Association of North America joined forces to form one unified voice for our industry. As nonprofit trade associations, our missions were almost mirror images of each other. But what do I mean by complementary ways of making a difference? While there was some overlap among our member companies, we served them in different ways. NGA through education and training, and GANA through advocacy and technical documentation. That's simplifying it, but let's just say there were differences, there were overlaps, and most of all, there were untapped possibilities. We had an opportunity to do something differently, to make a difference for our members and the industry. So we seized that moment, and on February 1, 2018, our members committed to doing things differently and better. We've been busy since then with the back-end and public-facing merger details. The Integration Task Force, made up of both NGA and GANA legacy members, has met several times over these last 9 months. We've been streamlining and restructuring our committees and task groups and refining how the important work of the association gets done. We've started leveraging the size and financial strength of the NGA to deliver more benefits to more members. This month-to-month timeline you see here on screen is on the glass.org website. Our governance structure changed to reflect the combination. Our board of directors reflects the entire supply chain: full-service glass companies, glazing contractors, fabricators, primary glass manufacturers, and suppliers. 4 new committees were formed to reflect this. Installing, that's the full-service glass companies, WDDA members, glazing contractors. Fabricating, we have 8 technical liaisons representing the major fabrication processes, and forming for the primary glass manufacturers. And of course, the advocacy committee to address and respond to issues on behalf of the entire supply chain. As we've been building our new empowered association since February, we've produced 5 conferences, the industry's largest trade show in this hemisphere, 17 magazine issues, 2 technical manuals, 14 glass information bulletins, 7 new myglassclass.com courses, 116 newsletters, 15 webinars, and, well, there's more, but at this point you might ask, what does it all add up to? Member ROV, as in value, return of value for your membership. 2 weeks ago, we renewed that commitment to member ROV by asking, what could we do differently and better to improve our association? So I want to call your attention to this last bullet point on the previous slide. Earlier this month, we held our first strategic planning meeting since the combination. We gathered 9 months in to chart a long-range plan. It was an exciting, energizing, and productive meeting, and I'd like to share the results with you. If you've done strategic planning at your company, you know that defining your purpose, your reason for being, is key, and you want it to be easy to remember. So here's NGA's core purpose. NGA is the authority and resource for its members to grow successful businesses and to champion the benefits of glazing and glass building products. I'd like to add something here about trade associations. NGA is a nonprofit registered as a 501c6 in our tax code. We serve for-profit companies like yours, and we focus on helping you grow a successful business. Your dues dollars, magazine advertising, glass build trade show booth, sponsorships make that possible. We are very fortunate to have a strong revenue source, multiple sources, to build the programs and services our members need and want. To deliver on our purpose as the authority and resource for our member companies and the industry to grow successful businesses and champion the benefits of glazing and glass building products. Okay, so we know our purpose. We know why we exist. What's our unrealized potential? What's our big, compelling goal for what we seek to become? Well, we envision a future in which glass is the material of choice to enhance spaces where people live, play, learn, and work. From here in the strategic planning meeting, We described how the world would be different for our members, customers, stakeholders, the public. And then we listed everybody important in those categories: homeowners, architects, specifiers, building owners and operators, code officials, consultants, educators, and the next generation of workers. Of course, you can't have a strategic planning meeting without goals. At the end of the day, they have to be measurable. And that's where we go next, to strategies and tactics and annual reviews with this list of 4 goals: education and training, promoting the use of glass, advocating for the industry, and growing our membership. You could say, and you'd be right, that we're achieving these goals right now. Day in, day out, this is what NGA's committed volunteers and staff are working on. Here's our current list of ROV deliverables for what's left this year to do and into 2019. Our 9th AIA CES course, Fire Rated Glazing Today, is days away from public launch. In January, you'll be reading a new glass magazine that reflects our new association. In Q1, we invite you to attend 1 or more conferences: the annual conference where technical education combines with dedicated meeting time, where our advocacy, forming and fabricating committees and our task groups work on their work items and develop new resources. We also have a new event for NGA, partnering with Fenatech at GPAD, an event just for glass fabricators. There are 2 more manuals in the last stages of production, and the grand finale of our Level 1 curriculum for entry-level workers online at myglassclass.com. That's 58 online courses designed by professional instructional designers. Last on this starter list is the rollout of 5 new websites to communicate and share information faster and easier with our members, our industry, and all of our stakeholders. So that's what we mean when we say NGA is purpose and vision driven with one unified voice. I'm going to go back to my original question. Some of you may have missed it at the beginning, but it's an important one. When was the moment you realized you had to do something differently? For the NGA, that moment comes often because we're also always asking, how can we do things better? I invite you to help us answer that question: how can we do things better? Join us at the annual conference in Naples, January 22nd to 24th, to make your difference, to do things differently, to achieve our shared vision. It's really about where we all live, play, learn, and work. And glass really does make the difference. Well, it's back to work now. This is a short webinar for today, but please keep that question in mind. In the interest of time, we won't open this up for questions right now, but you know that I want to hear from all of you. So here's my contact information right here on screen. We're going to make this webinar available online too for anybody who missed it. And I really do invite you to please tune in for our next Thirsty Thursday on December 13 at 1 p.m. Eastern. This topic is important. It's enhancing school security through glass. So thanks again for listening, and let's make today count.